gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Jonathan is the man.
And now facing forward, please. Thank you, gentlemen. Face front, gentlemen.
All right. See you guys later. Tape between you guys. The tape between you guys.
Gentlemen, back it up, please, right here.
Guys.
For the photo, back it up, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right here, just tape right there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And now, face forward, please, gentlemen. Thank you very much. 163.2. And face front, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. This concludes the weigh-in here. Anything more for the...
Everybody, this is Jonathan King for Lights Out Promotions. I am here with co-main event Alfred Kesheshian. Alfred, you just weighed in. You just got a quick drink of water and something to eat. We're going to make this quick because I know you're hungry and you want to get the hell out of here. Yeah. Quick interview. You got a fight tomorrow against Juan Archuleta. Definitely your toughest opponent to date. What do you know about this guy?
I know he's a wrestler, but this isn't wrestling, this is MMA, so I don't really care what he does. I'm just going to go out there, do what I do best, and knock somebody out in front of me.
He's going to knock somebody out in front of him. Now, without looking past your opponent, you're coming into this fight 5-1. What's next for you, Alfred? I know you have dreams, lofty aspirations of joining your teammate Ronda Rousey in the UFC. Is that the next step for you?
Definitely. This is the last fight night. After this, it's set. Once I get the KO, we get the call, we go to UFC, and it's set. That's it. No more local shows for me.
Now, I'm sure everybody out there, everybody steps into the cage by themselves, but no man walks alone. I'm sure you have a lot of friends and training partners and family that is responsible for you getting to this point. Who do you have out there that's responsible for you being where you're at right at this point in your career?
Of course, I got 4 coaches. Everyone works with me separately. Got my main coach, Edmond Tarverdi, my striking coach. I got Martin Berberian, 3-time Olympian wrestling coach. So I'm not scared of my opponent's wrestling at all. I got Alberto Crane, great jiu-jitsu. And I got Jesse Forbes, my strength and conditioning coach. He knows everything about the human body. So I'm pretty well rounded as far as training camp goes. I got great training partners, Ronda Rousey. We got great strikers, world champion kickboxers, Layon Shahbazian. We got wrestlers from Ukrainian national teams, Varadhan Sholinian. Got a pretty well-rounded camp with me, so I'm not worried about any type of fighter right now anymore.
Now, we got a couple tickets left for sale on valleyfightnight.com. Look right there in the camera right there and let these guys know out there that are still on the fence whether or not they should buy a ticket to this fight tomorrow. Give them a quick prediction. How is this fight going to end tomorrow against Juan Archuleta, and why should they come watch you fight at Fight Night 4 tomorrow?
If you want to get shocked, you want to get excited, you want somebody to get knocked out, come and watch the show because somebody's getting knocked out.
I am here with the promoter for Lights Out Promotions, George Busman. George, how are you? We are on the eve of Fight Night 4, once again at the Sportsman's Lodge. What's going through your mind on the eve of, once again, another one of your great events?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Okay, well, we have Thor Skanke against Nick Vanderpool, another Thor Skanke, a veteran of your Fight Night promotions. Nick Vanderpool, what do you know about this guy? His first time coming into the Fight Night arena.
Basically, what I know about Nick is he's coming from a great camp at Millennia. I know he trains with a lot of animals over there. He comes in with a 5-0 record, I believe, and he hasn't tasted defeat, so it's going to be hard to beat a guy like that.
We know what to expect from Thor Skanke. Everybody knows what to expect from Thor Skanke. You can expect this crowd to be going crazy. Thor's going to bring it. Nick's going to bring it. Coming into our next fight, we got Alfred Kesheshian against Juan Archuleta. Juan Archuleta coming in out of Joe Stevenson's Cobra Kai. 4-1 against Alfred Kesheshian, 5-1 out of Glendale Fighting Club. Alfred also no stranger to the Fight Night camp. Been fighting for you for a long time. Brings electric hands. Juan Archuleta, awesome wrestler, brings an interesting matchup. Talk about this fight. What can we expect in this fight?
As you saw in the last fight, Alfred had a little trouble with the wrestler. So, you know, he wants to go to the next step. He wants to go to the UFC, and in order for him to do that, he has to, polish up on the rest of his game. So I told him, all right, you had trouble with the wrestler before. I'm going to give you even tougher wrestler. Improve on your wrestling game, your jiu-jitsu game. He's been working with his wrestling coach, Martin Barbarian, who's a 3-time Olympian. He's been working with Alberto Crane, who's an extremely great jiu-jitsu practitioner and a great trainer. And, if he could beat somebody like Juan and, the wrestling pedigree that Juan has, then that would, get me to think, hey, Alfred is ready for the next step. For now, I need to see him beat somebody like Juan.
These are two guys that are going to see in the next level to UFC. Eventually down the road, we'll probably see these two square off again when they're 10, 12-1 down the road. Okay, our main event, we got two guys. One, Eddie Mendez, former UFC fighter, coming up against Curtis Millender, former Bellator fighter. Eddie coming down to 170, Curtis back down in the regional level. This might be Curtis's toughest match. This might be Eddie's toughest match. What can you make of this fight? Classic grappler versus striker. How do you see this fight going down?
There's a common opponent there. They both fought the same guy, Fernando Gonzalez. I worked with Eddie a couple of times in the past when he fought on my shows. And then he had I got the call from Sean Shelby when the UFC took over Strikeforce for me to put on a fight. So, we put on Eddie versus Fernando. And, when you say striker versus grappler, some people think Curtis is the striker, but Eddie has great hands. Eddie has great kicks. He comes from House of Champions, which is a great striking gym. So, Eddie beats Fernando. Fernando ends up beating Curtis. I know that doesn't say much because this is a totally different fight. I put this fight on. I would try to, I always try to put on great fights, and this is a great main event. I know Curtis is a great fighter. Eddie, Eddie's hungry to get to the next level. Curtis is trying to get back to the next level, so that makes for a great main event. Who's gonna win? We'll see tomorrow night.
Here with one half of Fight Night 4's co-headliner, Curtis Millender. Curtis, how are you? And tell us about your fight with Eddie Mendez coming up.
Tough guy. I'm ready to show the world, the improvements I made in both my ground game and my stand-up. It's going to be a long night for him.
Real quick, what's your prediction for this fight, and what can the fans expect to see?
1,000 jabs, 3-round decision.
Lights Out Promotions veteran, high fighter veteran, current RFA fighter, Varadhan Linnean Varadhan, you're coming off your debut with RFA. Of course, the fight did not go according to plan, but boy, you put on one hell of a show, man. I was really proud of your fight. Talk us through the fight. Talk us through the experience. What was it like, your first fight on national television?
To be honest with you, yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't really, before the fight, during the fight, I didn't really think about, it's on TV or not. I didn't care. It was a good experience, everything very professional. The way RFA puts the show on, it's crazy. And, I'm obviously disappointed of the result, but it was a good fight, It's a very good experience. I feel like my coach told me I grew up a lot after this fight, will give me a good thing in the future, I lost, but I tried my best. I fought till the last second, and something went wrong. First round, I think I got tired. First 2 minutes, I don't know why. I was in good shape, but it happened, I think I got overexcited, and I thought I hurt him in the first round in the beginning. That's why maybe I went too crazy and just gassed. But I went forward the whole time. I tried to knock him out, but it didn't happen.
One of your main training partners and one of your real good friends, Alfred Kesheshian's fighting a real tough guy, Juan Archuleta. Give your prediction. Look in the camera. What can we expect from Alfred tomorrow?
I expect knockout to win. Obviously, Juan Archuleta is known as a good wrestler, but Alfred was able to work with me and defend my takedowns, and I'm a bigger guy than Juan and probably more experienced in wrestling. And I think Juan's going to just go for some desperate takedowns after Alpha push the put the pressure on him, and then he's going to just find his chin and put him away. I'll predict first round, end of the first round knockout.
I am here with Layon Shahbazian. Layon has just finished weighing in. His opponent was not here. He is weighing in tomorrow, but he is taking on probably your toughest opponent yet, Kevin Widows. Of course, you're coming off a win just over 2 weeks ago, you won in 11 seconds by armbar, which is, that's odd coming out of your gym, Glendale. Not a lot of people win in 11 seconds by armbar coming out of your gym. Where did you get that trend? Who taught you how to win by armbar in such a short period of time like that?
I have great coaches, and Edmund, we have Coach Roman, Coach Jean, Coach Sevak, and we work so hard. And before the fight, I was walking out. Everybody was even saying it's gonna be a first round finish. I told everybody it's gonna be a first round finish. I think more of it is the belief in myself and how Coach Edmund always worked with me when me and my little brother were small, always taking us to jiu-jitsu tournaments. And about Kevin Widows, he's not my toughest fight. This is my time. I'm supposed to be a professional, not an amateur, because I train with a lot of professionals and I believe in myself and I know God's with me. So this is going to be another first round finish for me.
Wow. You heard it, man. This kid's got all sorts of confidence. I like it. We're getting into it here, Layon. Okay, so Kevin Widows, he's a little bit older than you, all right? He's got a little bit more experience on the ground. You got a lot more range than him. Are you predicting that this fight's going to end up on the ground, or do you predict this fight's going to stay on the feet? Do you predict this to be a striking match, or do you think this is going to end up becoming a grappling match?
Doesn't matter where it goes for me. I've trained with George Karanian, Vartan wrestling, standing. I want to get a knockout because my last fights, I don't even train jiu-jitsu that much, but I've been training like 90% striking, like 10% grappling because I want to get this knockout. So I want to show my coaches my hands in my fights, but if it goes to the ground, don't make no mistake, I could beat him there too.
Now, you touched on a few of the people that are responsible for getting you here. I'm sure there are a few other people you'd like to thank. Who else is responsible for making Layon Shahbazian who he is today?
My manager and the promoter, George Busman, and my parents always for supporting me. And I have a great little brother. He's always by my side. And I train with monsters, Ronda Rousey, Travis Brown, and they always just give me the confidence I need, always just talking to me and saying, you're only 19, you have the whole world in front of you, but my confidence has went from like 0 to like 100 because of my performances, and I know that God's with me.
All right, so you heard it there. We got Layon Shahbazian here. Fight night for tomorrow. Tickets are still available if you go to valleyfightnight.com. Layon's taking on Kevin Widows. Real quick, give him a quick prediction.
First round finish, knockout.
Boom, first round knockout. All right, make sure you go to valleyfightnight.com for tickets. If you are not here tomorrow night, you are somewhere you are not supposed to be.